Okay, hello and good day to everyone that is currently tuning in here at Phoenix Holdings. Once again, this is your host CH, and right now we're going to be having yet another exciting AMA, this time with Foreverrise. And from the Foreverrise team, and definitely the main dev, his name is Foreverrise Main Dev. So, Foreverrise Main Dev, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for hosting this. I'm always happy, to speak to the community, to share the ideas
Hmm.
and the vision of the project. So yeah, thanks for having me.
And that's what we
Yeah.
wanted to hear here as a community. It's also amazing to have you. And by the way, by any chance, do you have any name I can call you by, or should I just call you Main Dev or
Yeah,
Foreverize?
I think for now, we just call me the main dev. I think we'll talk about it
Okay, Main
during
Dev.
the MA,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's the name for now.
Yeah, that's the easier one to remember, knowing that it's also your name. So, Main Dev. Okay, I guess we can officially get started by making you introduce yourself to us and perhaps share us a little bit of your experience in terms of like crypto,
Yeah,
in your crypto ventures and stuff. Uh-huh.
yeah. So I'm in charge of building our platform, Forever Earn. We're actually a team of 6 people. We have a CEO who's actually in charge of me and in charge of the rest of the team. He's the one who created the idea, and he's been working for advertising agencies and traffic agencies for over 10 years. So he has done the whole career path. He knows the industry inside out, and yeah, he watches so that everyone in the team works properly. So we have the contracts with traffic agencies to have our ads shown on the platform, and so on. Then we have our CTO. He's in charge of all the technical parts, so everyone gets paid out, so the platform works properly, and yeah, the technical part of stuff. Then we have our marketing lead and media lead. They work together. They have actually worked for several startups that have been very successful. Our marketing lead is the man who knows how to do marketing. He knows when something should come after the next thing, how to make something go viral, and the media lead is the one that executes the ideas, creating content, creating text, and you know all that stuff. Then you have me, the main dev. I'm in charge of creating the platform. It's in-house built, both apps for iOS and Android, and yeah, also look after everything that's technical side of things. And then we have creative director that put together the whole picture of the project, the logo, the colors, the whole packaging, the branding. So everything that you see right now has been made by him. So we're 6 people, and yeah, that's kind of our story.
And okay, first of all, I wanted to ask: are the team members here within? Are you all locally in just one area, or
Together?
are you located in
Well,
different places?
not really. We know each other from different companies. We have worked with each other at different times,
Hmm.
but no, we're separated. Some of us are in Asia, and some of us are in Europe.
Hmm.
The CEO has worked for
Okay.
the biggest traffic agency, in fact. So yeah,
Oh,
we're not
okay. Well,
together,
that's
but
a nice.
yeah, we know each other. We have been working with each other before, and we came together to create this, something that we think is gonna revolutionize, the industry in a way.
Hmm. And initially, when I first started looking into the project, before I, get to host this AMA, you got a
Hmm.
really interesting, I guess, marketing strategy or whatsoever, because I took a look at your website and you have an actual video, a marketing video,
Yeah,
which is, yeah, and I was like, usually what I usually see in some marketing efforts or videos done by other projects, they're gonna be having this video which is like, just a slideshow kind of video or just a
yeah,
generic video telling about their project. And then I look at your video, and they are actual people. I can tell that
yeah,
people actually, you guys definitely put some effort in it. These are actual people. None of these are like edited in a way that will just, makes it generic.
yeah.
Hmm.
We really
So
put
it's
a lot
legit.
of
Like,
effort into the videos
hmm
and, overall into the whole design of the project. We want to
hmm
show that we're making, high quality things. So everything we
exactly.
do
That's a,
is, yeah,
mhm. Yeah, the video is also cool too. I love the, I guess, anonymous. That's
Yeah.
how I associated with. Like, it's kind of like anonymous, and the viral, anonymous has this the mask thing. I forgot what it's called, but like the white mask thingy, the V for Vendetta thingy, I think, and
Hmm.
you give up the same vibe as that one and as your marketing strategy, which I think is really creative.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were going for. You know, that's where we got the idea from. Anonymous. We kind of want to make this, you know, have a certain vibe of
Hmm.
a breakthrough, but
But,
also, yeah,
mhm.
kind of like,
But okay, sorry, I keep
yeah.
cutting you off. I'm not sure if you're done speaking, but okay. I mean, anonymous can be good and bad in the crypto space. I mean, of course, being anonymous in a general term on not being known is good as safety and procedures. But in this case, a lot of people have been trying
Hmm.
to be as transparent as they can to gain the confidence of the holders. So I'm
Hmm.
assuming you're going to be deciding to stay anonymous all throughout the project, or at some point in time, do you plan to, slowly dox yourself?
Hmm. So it's definitely something we're looking at long term to dox ourselves. But right now, our whole project is a little bit in the gray area. So the way we show our ads and the way the platform works is it kind of uses a loophole because we're showing ads, we're getting money for it, but people aren't actually watching them. We have a system in place that, you know, when the ads are shown on the phone, it makes the system think that it was actually watched by a real person. And we are not sure how the industry is going to react to that, even though, you know,
Hmm.
it's nothing illegal, but just overall, it's, and also some people are known in the industry from the team. So for
I
now,
mean, as long.
we
Mhm.
can't really publicly doc.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good as long as the team is delivering. Because a misconception a lot of people have is like, if a team or the dev is like doxed
Mhm.
or having audits and whatsoever, it's safe, which is a lie. A lot of projects that I know can be doxed and can be KYC'd, and somehow these people still manage to find a way to cheat the system, the KYC and the audit. So it gives you a false sense of security just because the people are doxed behind the project. But in reality, it's still gonna scam if a dev or the team is smart enough, which is really unfortunate.
Exactly. If the team is looking to scam, you know, they can always hire people for doxing, for KYC. We
Hmm.
even see like, you know, large influencers or, you know, sports stars like Mayweather. You know, he recently he
Hmm.
made an NFT project of 5,000 NFTs. It's like his third project that's literally cash grabbing people. And yeah, nothing is happening to him. He doesn't really care about his PR in a sense. And so, yeah, even if you're doxed, it doesn't mean that the project is going to be successful or that it's going to deliver.
That's for sure. Doxing is just a small part of it on making a project successful, but how the team delivers and the marketing delivers is how the project is going to be
Hmm.
successful indeed. Well, moving on to the project itself, I got the initial impression like about the
Hmm.
anonymous, and I'm really amazed about it. But now I wanted to dive in directly into the project. So, what is Foreverrise as a project? Like,
Yeah.
can you tell us an introduction or what's about it that we should be
So
interested in?
first, the words that best describe the project overall is unique and revolutionary. And I'm sure you hear that a lot from, you know, projects that come here for an AMA. Everyone wants to say they're revolutionary, but I think we're really exploring a new part of the industry. You know, right now, many teams, many companies, they're trying to find what's going to be the best, so to say, to earn scheme. So there's play to earn, there's walk to earn. Recently, there's been learn to earn, and everyone's looking what's going to work best, what people are going to enjoy more. And I think, you know, we have an edge on them because, in a sense, we are the only project that actually gives you passive income. So when you play to earn, you have to play games. When you have to walk to earn, you have to walk. With us, you know, you go to bed at night, you just plug your phone, you leave it overnight to play some ads, you wake up and you know, make certain amount of money.
So,
So
sleep
yeah,
to
I think
earn?
that gives us
What is it exactly?
uh, watch to earn. or what did you say?
Oh, watch to earn.
Yeah,
Okay,
watch
so
to earn. Uh,
mhm. So you view when you say watch to earn, is it gonna be like those YouTube ads that you watch for like 15 seconds and you can skip, or is
yeah,
it a totally different kind of
exactly,
form? Oh,
exactly. So it's gonna be traffic ads, so-called traffic ads. They're the ones that show up on YouTube, or any other website where they have a video player, Twitch TV, whatever. The average ad is between 10 to 30 seconds. You watch one, and you get a certain amount of money for watching it. So every single ad you watch, you instantly get the money. But yeah, it's gonna be
okay.
those short kind of ads.
Hmm. I mean, as a crypto project, this is definitely one of the projects that I've heard doing it so far. But I guess in general, people have been doing this. Like you watch an ad and you get a reward. I usually have this in like some mobile games before when I was younger. Like you need to watch this
Mm-hmm.
ad to have a to receive to receive something in return in game by watching an
For
ad.
sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's one way of showing ads. You give something to your user. So mobile games execute that scheme. We have a scheme where people just watch ads 24/7. So that's why we're able to pay out up to 298 USDT per month for watching it, because literally you're getting about 4,300 ads per day.
Oh wow! I mean, I never really dove into the statistics about how ads are being shown to people because usually I just skip the ads. Okay, and the
Yeah.
ads that you're gonna be showing here, you're not you need to watch the entire thing, right? And how long usually do you need to watch? Are you forecasting?
Uh, what do you mean once again? You think people are not going to watch ads on the platform?
No. What I was saying is that as a concept, I've understand it. It's like simply enough,
Hmm.
just watch an ad, earn money. Will
Yeah.
there be a limit on how many ads that people can watch? Because I think a lot of smart people will be trying to bypass this, like using a bot to continuously watch ads. And yeah, what's your plan for
Yeah.
that?
That's the thing. You can continuously watch the ads for a month, for a year. So as long as your platform is open and you're watching them, you're getting a certain amount of money. So there's really no use for bots. Some people have in the past brought up that some people might use ad blocks to get around the system, but because we have the platform is on the phones and not in the browser, you can't really use any ad blocks. And yeah, the plan is that people will be continually watching them, generating money for themselves for the token, and yeah.
And okay, really interesting concept here that I'm seeing. And okay, so the ads are gonna fuel the users and the wallet holders as well. So does it generate what do you call this? Does it generate the tokens in the native coin, or
Yeah,
is it
that's that's
the currency?
that's another thing I just wanted to talk about. Compared to most other projects, we're completely self-sustainable. We have contracts with traffic agencies that will be paying out the money for the ads that are being watched by people. So we're not paying anything out in native token. Instead, people are getting new income from outside of crypto industry that's going to be pumping crypto, our token, and just empowering the ecosystem overall. So yeah, we're completely self-sustainable in a sense.
Okay, then that's amazing. Then, if that's the case, because what I was initially thinking is that if you're gonna be rewarding the people in their native token, I mean, this is the same as the P2E games that we see normally.
Mm-hmm.
People are always gonna sell their profits in the native token. It will just continuously drive the price to go down. And given that you're going to be getting the rewards in a different native token,
Mm-hmm.
in a different token in general, I guess it gives more room for people to buy your actual native token. But do you
Mm-hmm.
actually have a
Exactly.
native token?
Yeah. Forever, or Foreverrise, the full name of the token. It's a token
Mhm.
that's going to be within our ecosystem. Some people also in the past brought up that if you made a platform, why would you make a token? But there's an easy answer. Why would you not make a token if you can? It gives you exposure. People, they follow the project. If you just have a platform, they come and go. If they have something to hold on to, it really gives you way more exposure. So yeah, our native token is also another thing from the self-sustainable part is that 16% of all withdrawals from the platform go for buyback of Foreverrise.
Mhm. Well, okay. Given that your main profit method is gaining money from the ads being paid
Yep.
from getting paid from the ads, it's gonna be it's not on your native token. So why buy your native token? Like, what's the use? Because there's also 16% tax. I mean, native
Mhm.
tokens
No, no, no.
definitely it's
There's no 16% tax. 16%
oh
is taken for withdrawal from the platform when you earn money. Because of that,
oh
we keep our taxes very low. So our tokenomics is 5% for buy and sell. It's 2% redistribution,
oh
2% auto LP, and 1% marketing. So our tokenomics are actually very low in the current standards. And the
oh
16%
yeah. I
is
mean,
when
anything.
you earn
Mhm,
money and you withdraw
mhm.
it, it goes for a buyback.
Okay, so basically, the users will not exactly receive their token, their rewards for watching the token right away. In like the other, are we talking about stable coins
Okay.
that's gonna be rewarded? Like we,
Yeah, exactly. You get awarded USDT, the stable token, Tether, the full name of it. You get awarded USDT. So you watched ads for a month, and now you have 298 USDT on your balance. You want to withdraw it to your wallet. You did the withdrawal process. 16% of it goes for buyback of Foreverrise, and the rest goes to you, and you can spend it, in any way you wish.
okay, and the Foreverized native token is the main function of this is staking, from what I heard, or does it have any other functions that
There,
will make
there's
people
no there,
buy?
there, there, there's no staking. It's you know the way I like to look at it is our tokens is more like a stock. So the more popular, the more traction our platform gets, the more our token is going to grow. Because whenever our user base grows, we get more buybacks. The token is growing, the ecosystem is growing. Also, the platform is not something we want to. That's not the only thing we want to have long term. We want to make more platforms, more ways of making passive income. So for now, the platform is our main focus, and it's going to stay that way for the nearest couple of months at least. And then we might look to branch out, and the token is always going to be in the middle. It's always going to benefit. And that's why we're called Foreverrise. The more our ecosystem grows, the more the token will grow.
Mhm. And okay, how about okay? This just came to my mind right now because a lot of tokens,
Yep.
not tokens, just projects in general, even outside the crypto space, they have a similar kind of setup where you watch ads and you continuously stack it up and then you can withdraw your money. But the withdraw part is the challenge there because they often set up like you need to earn at least, I don't know, let's say $10 to withdraw, which is like equivalent to like 1,000 ads, maybe 100,000 ads, which is really
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So can the users withdraw their ad watching money right away, or does it also need
Yeah.
to reach a certain threshold before they can do that?
No, actually, our limit, the lowest amount you can withdraw currently is $3. So that's about 1/3 of a day of watching ads. So about 6 hours of watching ads, and you can withdraw $3. And then there's no
three
max.
dollars
So as much as you make, yeah.
Wow.
That's why we are on BSC to keep our gas fees low. We're gonna have a lot of payouts every single day. We're looking at tens of thousands of users on the platform daily, and every single user wants a payout every time we pay a
I
gas fee.
mean,
So yeah,
that's really profitable. I mean, it may sound on paper like little less, like one fourth of the day. Is that correct? Watching ads for $3.
yeah, yeah. You make about
Uh huh.
$9 a day actually for so a
Mm-hmm.
day is 4,300 ads. Uh, our platform is also able to keep the prices on those ads low, so we get a lot of good ads. For example,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, the average price for a view is 0.01 to 0.03. So about 1 cent is the minimum amount that they take for a view of one ad. Our platform just takes 0.02. We take 1/5 of that. But because we have so much traffic and so many people watching ads 24/7, we're able to, overcome that. On average, our
Oh,
ads are cheaper.
I think this is really profitable for a lot of people. I mean, again, $3 for 1/4 of the day, and like $9 for like watching 24 hours of ads might be not that much for a lot of people, but people in low income countries, that is actually really
Exactly.
huge. If as passive
With
income, you're just doing nothing, watching something, and you're earning money. And the fact that you're getting stable coins, you don't need to worry that it's gonna dump. So you're
Yeah,
actually earning money that doesn't change value. It's just USDT.
yeah. So within the team, we actually kind of call it new era of mining or entry level mining because if you want to mine layer one protocols such as Bitcoin or Ethereum, you need to set up a computer, you need to have a graphics card, you need to know how to you need to be technically savvy. With our platform, you can just buy phones, set up, plug them in, stack them up, and you can have 5 phones running at the same time, and you don't really need to, know how computers work, all that hard stuff.
Like, you don't need to
So
have like
if you
100 video cards to
yeah,
do a mining rig. Okay.
yeah, there's a
Just
bunch of electricity, bunch of mining cards, and just a bunch of computers. It's not something anyone can do. It's you need to have space for it. You need to pay for electricity, which is expensive, and so on. Phones are way easier in that sense.
Definitely. I mean, definitely fascinating concept and really smart concept too. What? How come I didn't think of this, or no one else thought of this so far that I've known of? Like ads. Just having ads. Like, there's always money in watching ads. Like, we see that every day in YouTube. If you're not in premium, obviously, and they're just making money out of you for watching those
Yeah.
ads. But you're actually giving the profit of watching ads to the people. So are you gonna also have some I mean, obviously you are. You're gonna have some percentage for each person watching an ad.
Some percentage for each person watching an ad. You
Yeah,
mean?
I mean, of course, the project is definitely gonna have, as a form of profiting or making money as well. I mean, you're still a
Yeah.
project or a business. So yeah, how do you plan to earn from this ad making revenue? Is it gonna be like having a small
Yeah.
percentage already?
We have a small percentage already built in. So 298 USDT is already after we take our part out of it, which is not that big, but long term, once we gain users, it's gonna make a huge difference. But yeah, we already have our profits in there. So, and that's how
Okay,
we plan to be self-sustainable and do our marketing and overall grow our ecosystem.
Mm. Okay, let's say that we have this unfortunate accident or incident that the Foreverrise native coin just plummeted really, really down in price. Will the project still continue on with with the
Yeah,
native token down? Hmm.
yeah, of course, our focus is the platform, and we will always, carry our token behind our backs. First of all, I don't see a reason why it would plummet as long as our platform does good, which is the main focus once again. The users,
Hmm.
they always, for every single withdrawal, there's a 16% buyback. Uh, with 10,000 users, daily buybacks are going to be up to $10,000.
Okay. And the 16% buyback is from like watching the ad in USDT, right? And it's like
Yeah,
it cuts a percentage of a person is earning for watching ads.
it cuts out the percentage when you make the withdrawal. So yeah, once the person wants to withdraw his funds, 16% goes to the contract. The rest goes to him.
Oh, okay. So once you've got the sufficient money to to withdraw, let's say you mentioned it was
Hmm.
$3. Okay, let's say the person made like $100 watching this. It will not be charged. Like, the $100 is clean. It's his money. But should he decide to withdraw it, only then will you slice up
Yeah,
like 16% of it. Oh, okay, that's good then. And is that the only tax from the withdrawal, the buyback tax?
yeah, that's the only tax that we take from the withdrawals from the platform. Only 16%. Everything else goes to the person.
Okay, I mean, considering it's just watching ads, 16% is quite generous.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
yeah.
some would say it's too much. Some would say it's generous. So I think we chose, the best number for the project. Man, yeah, 16% is
Personally,
really
I
a
would
lot.
say it's generous. 16% is little, is really little for doing nothing, as a tax. I think people would not care about it. I mean, I was thinking the taxes would be at least 30% or maybe even 40, 50%, but 16%, I think that's a pretty nice number as a withdrawal tax. I mean, it's not like you're not trading coins. You can just
Hmm.
stack up the USDT. So I think it's having 16% tax in that matter in stable coins is fair.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you think it's fair because, not a lot of people agree with that, but at the same time, a lot of people agree with you. But yeah, 16% is what it is, and
And the money is going to be used to pump the main token. So it's not like you're pocketing the money. It's not going to the devs. It's going back to the community. So that's why I also think it's still fair in that way.
yeah, exactly. And that's what's going to increase our exposure, and that's what's going to help us gain more and more users because, I'm sure the token is going to be growing like on steroids. And yeah,
Yeah,
that's always a lot
because
of exposure, a lot of exposure.
does it have a limit though? Because I don't know, like how much you can handle people watching ads. Maybe let's say you got a really, really popular. You ended up making like 1 million people watching ads doing this, or it can be bought it, or whatsoever. Do you have any plans against that, or do you know any limit of what you can handle for people
Well,
using
we
it?
have not looked at 1 million yet. Our furthest calculation is to gain around 100,000 people in the first year. And at least for the first year, it's going to be completely sustainable and it's going to be working. So once it gets to a million, I think we'll figure something out. But, at least for a year, it should be good. We have a lot
Okay.
of experience, rating and knowing how good a project is going to be, how many people it can pull in, and yeah, by our calculations, it's going to be around 100,000 users in the first year, and you know that's important for us.
Mm-hmm.
At least for the first year, we know that it's going to be self-sustainable and that everything is going to work as it should.
I think having way more than 100,000 users will be the opposite of a problem because that just means that your project is flourishing. A lot of people have been using it, so that's good in a way. I mean, sure, it's going to be challenging for
Right.
to accommodate more people, but it's better to think like to have problems that you're having way too many users than to have a problem of not having enough users. So
Yeah.
hopefully it
Uh,
does. Yeah.
Also, another thing is that every single user needs to have at least zero point 0.3 BNB worth of Forever to be able to watch ads and connect their wallet. So that's also the more
Oh,
users we
okay.
have,
Yeah.
the more holders we
Yeah.
have. So if we have a million users, it will mean we have a million holders, which is a crazy amount for a token.
Okay, well, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm glad that you've also brought that up that people need to have at least zero point 0.3 BNB. And what I was worried about, like what if someone just have like 100 wallets or 100 people can get smart. They can just
Mhm.
use some emulators and phone, which they can use to have like 100 or thousands of uh, devices
Yeah.
or emulator
But
devices watching ads at the same time. And that's not fair. But knowing that you need to at least hold zero point 0.3 BNB, it
yeah.
definitely limits people on how much they can use. And it's also ups the
Also,
amount of.
actually,
Mhm.
another thing is that a lot of people said, why don't you just run the application, the platform on an emulator? And it actually doesn't work because then you can't. Our system that so to say tricks the system to think that a person is actually watching the ad. It doesn't work. That has to be an actual phone, and emulator doesn't check off the right points to gain money from watching ads. So actually, it has to be a
Yeah.
real phone to be a real phone.
Mhm. I'm glad you look into that as well because obviously that's definitely one of your main concerns. People getting smart and using bots
Mhm.
to watch ads. So yeah, I'm glad, definitely glad that you look into this and you already found a solution. And I guess last question before we open to the community rounds because I think we may have more than expected questions coming in from the
Mhm.
community. but I'm also going to jump in with some questions during the community questions as well. So I guess a short question for this is when do you plan to have the platform be fully working, and
Yeah.
maybe
Mhm.
okay, yeah, let's go with that first. Okay, what's your answer to that?
Okay. So our platform is actually already ready on Android, not iOS just yet. We have videos of actually using it on the phone, and that's something we're going to share with the community as we go forward to our pre-sale. It's going to be our biggest, bullish flag for people to jump in and buy the token. So we're definitely releasing it after the pre-sale. First, we're going to have 5,000 beta users after launch. When we launch the platform, 5,000 people from our community will gain access to it. For a couple of weeks, they're going to use it. We'll see if there's any problems, if there's any bugs, and whatnot. And then we're going to release our iOS version. Also, there's two reasons why iOS version is not going to be ready after launch. First, it's hard to get your application on App Store. So Google Play, the way you list your application is literally, you take an hour and it's listed. On App Store, you have to go through 10 steps, verifications in order to get listed there. Another thing is that by our calculations, I think about 80% is going to be using Android and 20% are going to be using iOS, because people, that have an iPhone most likely will not want to use that to watch ads. Most likely they have more money, so they might not be interested in the platform overall. And Android phones are, flourishing in countries like India, Nigeria, all the huge population countries with low income, and that's where, our main users are going to come from. So it's most important for us to release Android version first.
Okay, so yeah, after pre-sale is your target. Okay, I guess
Yeah.
it's about time for us to open the floor for community questions. So Um, I guess you're ready. You've been ready even
Yep.
before the start of the AMAs. You handled the community questions, so again, we can just jump right ahead and get the community to ask questions. So for the community people here in the VC, you're now allowed to ask your questions either in VC or over the main chat. So if you wanted to ask your questions in the VC, just please raise your hands up, and I'll be allowing you to speak and ask your questions. And if you're not able to talk over the VC, then you can always ask your questions in the main chat, and I will be reading your questions for you. Just a reminder, though, that we're prioritizing questions in the VC, so yeah, please keep that in mind. So let's get our first question from Boomer Light. Boomer Light, you're allowed to speak. Please ask your question, please. Okay, Boomer Light. Did you fell asleep, man? We've been talking like a few minutes ago. Oh man. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next person while Boomer Light is still waiting for us. Okay, let's go with Vivek Sharma. You're allowed to speak, Vivek. Vivek, I see you unmuting yourself. You can speak, man. Or is it some mic issues? Okay, he's unmuted, but he's not speaking. Gosh. Vivek, I'm gonna put you on hold now. I don't know. Maybe you have something wrong with your mic because we have other people raising their hands up. Okay, Jibenga? Jibenga, you're allowed to speak question, man.
Everyone just fell
Jibenga?
asleep. It seems like.
Why are people falling asleep? Gosh, you just Juvenga, you're like one of the most active people I know. Come on. I'm not sure. Maybe it's
Hello.
a mic problem. Oh, Juvenga, finally.
Hi, brother.
I thought you fell asleep, man. Well, raising your hands up.
Yeah. Thank you. I have a question. Can I please go ahead?
Okay, yeah, you can just
Yep.
go ahead. Ask your question, please.
Okay. Thank you, brother. I love the presentation, and I must tell you, this project is actually a great project. But I have an issue with the decentralization of the token. I mean, the wallet of this great project, is it going to be a decentralized wallet? If I want to fund the wallet, for instance, how are we going to fund the wallet? Can we fund the wallet with a local fiat? Can we do a crypto trade to trade um, um,
Hmm.
method to fund the wallet? And if yes, are we going to have a separate wallet on this particular platform, or we can import our wallet we have from, for instance, from Trust Wallet or from Binance?
Mhm. Okay, so first of all, the only two wallets that will currently work with the platform is MetaMask and Trust Wallet. So only the centralized wallets. Second of all, we're going to be preparing a lot of instructions for different countries explaining, what's the best DEX, or in that case, centralized exchange, to buy, BNB with a credit card if you have it. For example, a person wants to use the platform, he's never been in crypto, and there will be an instruction on which centralized exchange he should register on, how to buy BNB, how to withdraw it to BSC, how to exchange it to Forever, and how to use the platform. So yeah, we're going to be educating a lot of new people.
Okay, that's great. Because the reason why I asked this question is I think there's some of projects that have similar feature like this. Most of the challenges they will end up fixing is using a credit card to fund the
Mm-hmm.
wallet, because of some countries that actually don't accept crypto with respect to their local fiat and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it should be very great if you can have a platform where you can do in such a way that, I don't know if it can be convenient for the team to have some countries engage, some countries that are acceptable with some countries that
Mm-hmm.
accept to crypto. If the list of this country that will be able to use credit card to fund the wallet can be listed on the platform,
Mm-hmm.
so that you won't like, because I've done something like that. At the end of the day, I just discovered my money doesn't get to the destination, and I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
reverse the money back, because on the platform it should be listed the countries that are supported with credit card. If you fall within the categories of this country, I think you can proceed. Then if not, you can then use the alternative method, which is probably MetaMask or trust
Mm-hmm.
wallets like that. I think that's very great if you can have a great platform and interface like that that showcase all these things, so that investors fund will be very safe. And while
Mm-hmm.
you've proved your own security from the end, investors will not run across while navigating on your platform. That's the reason I asked the question. Actually, it's very nice project and a very great
Okay.
idea. I love that.
Well, yeah, I like your suggestion about a lot of countries, that are unable to buy crypto due to certain laws they might have. We definitely want to make it as accessible as possible to, as many people as possible. But, if a country doesn't allow you to buy crypto, there's not much we can do, as you're also going to be receiving profits in crypto. So, in
Yes.
that sense, how are they going to withdraw it? So we will see what we can do about it. For now, I think if crypto is prohibited in your country, there's just not much we can
I
do
think that
from our side.
I think that's great. Thank you. But with respect to the wallet, how soon will the application be available for us to use and to navigate after launch? Hope it will not take
Yeah,
time
of
for us
course.
to be able to.
So as I said before launch, we have videos of actually using the platform on the phone. It's not like some Photoshop videos or whatever. It's an actual phone in hand. We're going to be showing all the functions, how everything works. After launch, we're going to launch our full-on version on Android. So anyone, all the beta access users are going to be able to download it on their phone and start using it and making profits.
I think that's great. And the application will be designed in such a way that I can log in, because I've seen the application of some project like that I'm actually from Africa. I log in via
Mm-hmm.
my without my VPN. Yeah, I couldn't access the application. I have to on my VPN and to do all that. So I think there won't be something like that on the application, I
I'm not
guess.
I'm not sure. We have not looked, every single
Oh,
country and their laws. We just,
okay, awesome.
we know it works in most countries, and if we get those problems for specific countries, we're going to look at them. But yeah, at this point, I'm not sure if your country will support the app. But as we understand, it should work anywhere properly, so there shouldn't be any problems.
Okay, awesome. I think this is a great project. Thank you for coming to our dear community. Thank you, CH, for the opportunity,
Thank you.
brother, as always. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your question, Jabenga. Always appreciate it. And okay, let's move on to the next person to ask a question. Crypto Mod, you're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Hear me?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Crypto Mod, we can hear you.
Okay. First of all, I would say very great thanks to you for the opportunity and allowing me to speak. So I hope I'm audible. You guys can hear me well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will just ask my question briefly. Yeah, my question basically is about the project itself. There are so many new projects here that have been coming up into the crypto space, and also there are also new users here who are being coming in into the crypto space. And you see, so many of them will love to participate in your project. Yeah, and in terms of doing that, they decide to buy your token and keep it for a very period of time without knowing the use of the token and also the value of the token. So I just want to
Mm-hmm.
ask a question. Yeah, do you have any education system that can educate new users about your project? And
Yeah.
also, what to be their rewards? Yeah, for holding your token for a long term without the short term holders having access to it. Hope you get the question.
Yeah. I didn't hear the second part of the question. I heard about the education system, so I'm just going to answer it quickly. So once again, we're creating instruction manuals for people that have never been in crypto on what's the best way to buy crypto in their specific country, how to withdraw it to BSC, how to exchange it, how to connect their wallets, and we're going to educate a lot of people. And yeah, what was the second part of the question? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Okay, thanks for the great answer. And also, yeah, I would like to know about the token itself.
Yeah, the token
Yeah, I
itself
hope you,
acts
yeah, hope you can hear
as
me. Yeah, you see, for most people, yeah, the main focus of any crypto community is on the price of the token. You see, when the price goes up, yeah, a lot of people are happy, and when the price go down, yeah, they tend to lose interest in that project, of course. So I just want to know, what is your plan to strengthen and grow a layer community, and how do we trust it as an investor? Get the question?
Yeah, our marketing strategy includes pushing both the platform and the token because they're both going to work to expand our ecosystem. Also, we have a lot of things in place like huge buybacks to try and constantly push the price up. So, obviously sometimes the tokens fall in price, but as our platform grows, as our user base grows, inevitably it's going to grow back up. So, yeah, our marketing strategy is to focus on both, and long term they're both going to grow. And whatever the price is at launch or a week after launch, in a couple of months it's going to be way different and it's going to be way higher than that.
Okay, yeah, great stuff, guy, great stuff. So thanks for the answer, and also thanks for the great opportunity, CH. Yeah, to the moon.
Of
Yep,
course.
thank
Thank you
you.
so much for your question. Okay, let's skip over to some more. I think we have time for a few more questions. So
Yep.
I'm sorry about that. Oh, Mero, you're allowed to speak. Please ask your questions, Mero. Or just question. We're going to be limiting the question now to allow more people to ask. So, Mero, please ask your question again.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I
Yes, we
can hear
can
you.
hear you. Mhm.
I want just ask. I want to know more about safety. An important point for getting quick confidence investing. Just I want to know more about that. Thank you.
Well, we're privately KYC'd with Pink Sale, so far the best we can do for ourselves is privately KYC. As we know that if we don't scam the project, if we don't rug pull whatever, our documents are not going to be published or shared with anyone. So public doxing is as far as we're currently want to go as a team. Also, our liquidity is going to be locked. We don't have any team tokens, or actually we have 5%, but they're going to open up in August. So about 3 months after the pre-sale. And from the 5%, we're receiving just 20, and then 10% each month after that. So overall, there's no levers of how we could scam this project. So I think the confidence is there.
Oh, thank you. Good luck
Okay.
with your business.
And to add to that, I guess also something that I've been looking to is that is it say because obviously you need to connect your own wallet to this, but
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to bypass that by just just get a burner wallet instead to to use the platform itself. But just
Yeah,
in case though, do you have? Mhm.
it is allowed to use. You can stack 5 phones. If you go out and buy 5 phones, you can stack them and you can watch the ads. So As long as you own
And
the token and you know you're good to go.
so 5 phones means 5 wallets, and 5 wallets
Yep,
holding zero point 0.3 BNB worth of Foreverrise tokens.
exactly.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, that's curious. That definitely clears up my question. So next one, I guess we have time for like one or two more questions, depending on the question. Let's get DeFi Cookie, Daily Cookie. I'm sorry, uh, Daily Cookie. You're allowed to ask your question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yep,
can hear you.
we can hear you.
So, as we all know, the value of a token is very important feature that attracts investors into a project. So, you see, my question is, how do you plan to keep with the value of of your token when it comes to the day-to-day marketing? Do you get me?
Yeah, I get you. I think I've kind of answered it several times already, but
Yeah, it
I'll
was
just go over it
the
again.
same question. Yeah, I guess get a brief answer just to the time that the
Yep.
guy asked the
So,
question. I guess.
so first of all, once again, our marketing strategy includes both the platform and the tokens. We're going to advertise both really strongly. Also, the buyback system within the platform is always going to push the token price up from the 16% buyback that each user will be paying once they withdraw the money. It's going to be growing the token. I don't know. Yeah, that's in short. So we're sure that even if we launch, it doesn't matter what the price is going to be at launch. It doesn't matter what the price is going to be in a week. What matters is that in several months, while when the platform is large, it's really going to be boosting the token.
Okay, I guess we can skip ahead since you already answered that. Guys, try not to ask the same question because you definitely covered that question earlier. So yeah, okay, maybe you're just late to this AMA and you just asked the question, which is also acceptable as well. Okay, next question. Okay, perhaps the last question we got before we go to the last part of the AMA. Meta Uncle Walter, you're allowed to speak.
Yeah, sorry. I got a question, but just go through the community. I got answer also. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so okay, thank you so much for your honesty. Okay, next question. Okay, let's have a last question from Boomerlight. Hopefully, you'll be able to speak this time, Boomerlight. Boomerlight, please speak up. Ask your question, man.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yep,
Okay,
we can
finally,
hear
we
you.
got you.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I was having a little bit bad connection, so I hope my mic is okay now. You guys can hear me.
Yeah,
Yep,
all
we can
loud
hear
and
you
clear.
properly.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, man. So, first of all, I'll say a very great thanks to you for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, and I'll commend you guys for the great presentation. Well, my question, I just want to ask my question brief. So I just want to know, yeah, what are the futures that will be involved in your launchpad and also your long-term goal on this project? And also, what
Uh,
benefits are you going to get, yeah, when participating with the launching with your project in order to become a complete ecosystem that brings a lot of value to both the project and the investors? Got the question?
are you asking about a launch pad, Boomerlight? This is not a launch pad, unfortunately. Is not. I'm trying to. You got the wrong question, man. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, what benefit am I going to get when participating with the launching meet project in order to become a complete ecosystem that brings a lot of value to both the project and also the investors?
Yeah. So once you buy our token during the launch, during the pre-sale phase, you're pretty much getting the best price on the token ever. So our platform is going to be the biggest part of our ecosystem in the in short term. Long term, we're going to be expanding our ecosystem with other ways of making passive income. We want to explore, other ways to do something and earn money. And this is going to be focus of the ecosystem to bring all kinds of different applications and what people enjoy to do, and we will find a way to enable them to make money doing it. So overall, our goal is to grow the ecosystem and make as many different applications as possible, and that's going to
Okay.
reflect on
Okay,
the token.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
great stuff, man. Great stuff. I also want to ask one more question. Yeah, so
Boomerlight,
I just
I'm sorry. sorry, that's like gonna be the last question because we're kind of running short on time, but I do appreciate your questions so
Yeah,
far.
thanks, man.
Okay, I guess just a few more questions for me before we go and wrap up the AMA. Is it? I failed to ask you, when is your projected pre-sale date, and have you done any private sales?
Okay, so our projected pre-sale day is early to mid-May. There is no exact date just yet, as we're still in the early marketing phase. It's only been about 3 days of our marketing, and we want to fit in another 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. What was the second part of the question? I forgot.
Did you already done any private sales at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do have a private sale running right now, actually. We're almost filled up. It's 250 BNB private sale. That's going to be enable us to fit in extra
Okay.
marketing, competitions, giveaways. And if anyone here, wants to join our private pre-sale, they can join our group, and we have all the info there.
Is it public, the private sale, or does it have any special
So
requirements?
we we have Google Forms. We have several questions there, and we try to choose, people that are more interested in the project, the ones that we know will be able to hold. So there's questions like, if you have participated in a private sale before, what do you like about Foreverrise? Your suggestions on how to make the token better. And yeah, we try to choose the strongest people for our private pre-sale, as they're going to get a better price than normal pre-sale, 10% better.
Okay. Okay. I just saw one last question, which I think is interesting to answer. But his question is like,
Mm-hmm.
any rewards for highest advertisement watcher? Or maybe he's asking like, there's going to be a competition, and whoever had the most advertisement watch at the same time, or like any scheme, like if you refer people, you can earn more or something like that.
That's a cool idea. We have not looked into it just yet, so it's a cool suggestion. I'm gonna speak with the team about it. But for now,
Mhm.
there's no referrals and there's no competitions on who watches the most ads. But yeah, would be a cool idea to implement in the future.
Okay, and his second part of the question is, uh, do you plan to change the 16% withdrawal tax over time, or is
Hmm.
it gonna stay like that?
Well, we're gonna look at how the token grows. We're gonna be speaking with the community, but as far as we see, I don't think it's gonna be changed for quite some time. But anything can
Yeah,
happen.
okay.
If we see that we have some insane growth and maybe
Mhm.
the money can be used better for, our other applications, or for our other needs within the ecosystem, we might change that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad you're flexible enough. It's not like hard coded to the code itself that it's gonna be permanent because as you've mentioned, anything can
Hmm.
happen in the project. So it's good to have some sort of control over it. Okay, I guess that's pretty much the last of the questions we're gonna have on you guys, the community, and myself as well. And to wrap things
Hmm.
up, yes, can you just give a short or brief summary on what Foreverrise is all about, and why people should be investing in it?
Yeah. So in short, we're making we're exploring a new industry, watch to earn. So there's no platforms like that. We're the first ones to explore this kind of passive income. Most most other projects, they're exploring walk to earn, learn to earn, uh, all kinds of to earn. But we're the first ones to make real income that is passive income that is also self-sustainable. So we're not paying out in native tokens. Instead, we're paying out in USDT, which is gonna reflect on our chart, which is gonna make people happier because their profits, you know, if our token goes down in price, they don't have to worry. They have USDT that's always stable, always worth $1. And yeah, I think that's the most important part of the whole project.
And again, personally, guys, from my perspective, this is a really unique and bullish concept, I would say, because it's free money just from watching ads. And you know how ad revenue goes up, not just in the crypto space and YouTube, everywhere. You see ads, and the companies are making money from themselves. And knowing that Foreverrise gives the power or earning to the
Yeah.
investors themselves, yeah, that's definitely something really, really good that I'm seeing in this project so far. So I really hope the best for the success of your project. And if you're able to fully pull it off, I can see there's a huge potential in this one.
Thanks. Yeah, we're trying our best, putting all our power into it, and we see a really bright future for the concept. And I think it's something that's gonna be used by more projects in the future. And
Mhm.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of competition
Yeah.
in this industry.
Mhm. Exactly. And I guess with that, we can conclude the AMA. That's all for me. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. If you can, thank you so much for choosing Phoenix Holdings to host your
Thank you for
AMA.
having me.
And definitely, and I wish you the best of luck with your project. I'll personally see into this how the development is this project is going to be happening. So yeah, that's it from us. Thank you so much, main dev, and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.